Hi BookTube. I am here today. Apologies for not posting much. I have been streaming over on Twitch. I try to do it at least once a week. The channel is in my description down below. No set schedule as of yet. That's because life is crazy. So whenever I get a chance to know that I'll be able to sit down for at least 2-3 hours to read, I do that. And I had so many plans for so many different types of videos, and just like, I don't know when I thought I was gonna script, film, and edit all those, because that's just, it's not happening. It's just not gonna happen. So instead I've come here with a very easy kind of BookTube staple. It's a book haul. All these books are used. I got them at the thrift store. Anywhere, I think the cheapest was $1.99. Yeah, cheapest was $1.99, and the most expensive one was like $6.99. So that's that good old Value Village, just jacking those prices up on the books. But anywho, here's what I got in no particular order. I just have them piled here in front of me. So this is the Canterbury Tales, originally by Geoffrey Chaucer, but these are retold by Peter Ackroyd, and it's like a contemporary retelling of the Canterbury Tales. I had the privilege of, that sounded sarcastic. I didn't mean that sarcastically. Like, it was a real privilege of being able to hear the Canterbury Tales told in like the proper Middle English, I think it is, by a professor. Like, he had the correct pronunciation and everything, and it was really cool to hear it. Could barely understand a word of it. And I've read the Canterbury Tales. If you're reading it, it's easier to understand it than hearing it pronounced properly. But I think this will be an interesting look into it. So it is, yeah, it is a retelling of, we have the Knight's Tale and the Miller's Tale and the Clerk's Tale, Summoner's, you know, all the tales. The Wife of Bath's Tale. Here beginneth the tale of the Wife of Bath. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to reading that iteration of the Canterbury Tales. And then I picked up this, The Klondike by Zach Wharton, and it is a graphic novel about the gold rush up in the Arctic. Oh, I didn't realize that someone had personalized the book for someone, and then they got rid of it, and I got it at the thrift store. Anyways, yeah, but the gold rush that shook the Yukon on the eve of the 20th century. So that seems interesting. Bit of history there. And then I picked up this. This is Kindergarten by Peter Rushforth, and it says $1 up there, but that's from a different store. The store I was at charged $1.99. Anyways, I picked this up because of the title. I thought that sounded interesting. And then on the back it says, in a moving retelling of Hansel and Gretel, a woman is murdered during a terrorist attack, leaving her 3 sons in the care of their grandmother Lily. And then it goes on to talk about how Lily is drawn into a lonely world of memories, forced to confront the horrors of the Nazi persecution she managed to survive. And I think now more than ever, we need to remind ourselves about, you know, 1930s Germany and the horrible stuff that went on there for no particular reason at this time. Current political climate, right? Yeah. Then I picked up The Five. I saw this a lot on BookTube a few years ago. And it was always in the back of my mind that if I ever saw it, I'd want it and pick it up. So this is The Untold Lives of the Woman Killed by Jack the Ripper. And I believe Jack the Ripper was recently revealed. Like, they found DNA that linked him to the killings. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, that's what I heard. So this is the story of the 5 women who were killed by him. And it refocuses, and it does what I think a lot of true crime should do now, is refocusing on the victim as opposed to focusing on the horrible people who commit these acts of crime, acts of murder. Then I got Swamp Angel by Ethel Wilson, and again I picked it up because of the title, but this is starts with walking out on a demoralizing second marriage. Mary Lloyd leaves Vancouver to work at a fishing lodge in the interior of BC, but the serenity of Maggie's new surroundings is soon disturbed by the irrational jealousy of the lodgekeeper's wife. Restoring her own broken spirit, Maggie must also become a healer to others, and thus she is supported by her eccentric friend Nell Severance, whose pearl-handed revolver, the Swamp Angel, becomes Maggie's ambiguous talisman and the novel's symbolic core. It's written in the 1950s, so that seemed interesting. Good old Canadian literature. And then I picked up this one, again because it's an orange penguin, but it's called The Grassing by Elizabeth Jane Burnett, and it is like a mixture of poetry and memoir and stuff, and there was one page I opened it up to and I saw it and I was like, that actually looks really cool. I wonder if I can find it again. Nope, that wasn't it. Must have more back here. Pardon me while I look for it. This page. With that, this is like a poem here, and then it begins. So I thought that was interesting. Different types of poetry and stuff. So that sounded intriguing. This one I picked up because of The Monkey with the Typewriter, and we've all heard I think we've all heard the idea that if you put like an unlimited amount of monkeys in a room with typewriters, one of them would write the works of Shakespeare. So that kind of made me pick it up. It's called Red Earth and Pouring Rain by Vikram Chandra, and the reason I picked this up is because I love Indian literature. So this is what was the thing that made me pick it up? It's an unforgettable reading experience, a contemporary 1001 Nights with an 18th century warrior poet, now reincarnated as a typewriting monkey, and an Indian student home from college in America, switching off as our Sheerzads, ranging from bloody battles in colonial India to college enemy in California, from Hindu gods to MTV. Chandra's novel is engrossing, thrilling, blah, blah, blah. So it talks about like the epic sweep of India's history. So yeah, I thought that'd be interesting to read. And then I picked up this one, Dishwasher by Pete Jordan. One man's quest to wash dishes in all 50 states. And I just want more literature from like the working class. And I'm hoping that's what it is. I hope it's not some rich kid going off like, oh, I'm gonna go wash dishes in all 50 states. But like, I want someone like that's actually like struggling to survive. Oh, what did they buy? Or is this my receipt? That's my receipt. Yeah, so that sounded interesting. Hopefully it is what I hope it is. And then I picked up 2 Angela Carter books. I used to have The Bloody Chamber. I don't know what happened to my copy. It got lost on the move, or I purged it at some point, but I wanted to read it again. I thought this one was cool because it has some notes written in there. On the side there, it's very faint and in pencil. So The Bloody Chamber is retelling of fairy tales. And then I picked up Heroes and Villains, and I thought this was interesting. After the apocalypse, the world is neatly divided. Rational civilization rests with the professors in their steel and concrete villages. Marauding tribes of barbarians roam the surrounding jungles. Mutilated oat people inhabit the burnt scars of cities. Give it a try. Why not? This one's, I hate it when they put these stickers on the spines that are so hard to get off. I can't get it off. Anyways, this is Kaluki Nights by Howard Jacobson, and just the title and the spine, aside from this stupid sticker. Normally stickers don't bother me, but when they're like that's coming off smoothly. When they're like post put on, like by, there we go. Like in stupid spots. Like most times if there's a sticker on the front, it's like it'd go like right there because there's not really much going on there. But like stick it in the middle of a word on the spine. Anyways, that's not what I'm talking about. Anyways, this is I'm just gonna read the back because can't remember what it's about. Life should have been sunny for Max Glickman, growing up in northern England in the 1950s with his mother's glamorous card evenings to look forward to, and photographs of his father's favorite boxers on the wall, but other voices whispered to him of book-involved extermination and the impossibility of forgetting. Fixated on the crimes that had been committed against his people, but unable to live among them, Max moves away, marries out, and draws cartoon histories of Jewish sufferings, in which no one, least of all the Jew, is much interested. But it's a life, or seems like life, until Max's long-disregarded childhood friend Manny Washinsky is released from prison. Little by little, as he picks up his old connection with Manny, trying to understand what caused his friend to commit an act of unspeakable horror, Max is drawn into Manny's family history and the history of others in their community. But more than that, he is drawn back into the Holocaust obsessions from which he realizes there can be and should be no release. And again, why are we interested in 1930s Germany at this time? My mom actually spotted this in the store, and I just thought it's a cute little book. It's like barely bigger than my hand. It's a copy of, one's an essay, and one is a short story. So Smith of Wootton Major, from what I understand, I haven't read these. It's a short prose meditation on the gift of fantasy. So that's what I'm assuming that is. And then the second, Farmer Giles of Ham, is a delightfully ribald, mock heroic tale. With a cunning, inquisitive, greedy, well-armored, but not overly bold dragon invades the kingdom. A most unwilling Farmer Giles is chosen to slay the dragon, a dragon who refuses to fight. So it just sounds like cute little stuff. I'd like to add it to my Tolkien collection. And then, I know there's some criticisms of Haruki Murakami. I still enjoy his writing. So I picked up Hard-Boiled Wonderland and The End of the World by him. This one is described as hyperkinetic and relentlessly inventive. It's a narrative particle accelerator. Just tell me what the book's about. Just tell me what it's about. Split-brain data processor, a deranged scientist, his shockingly undemure granddaughter, Lauren Bacall and Bob Dylan. Thugs, librarians, and subterranean monsters. So, that's what that's about. Does it make any more sense to you than to me? I don't know. And then, I love Thomas King. I've been looking for the second book in the Dreadful Water series because I really don't like spending full price on like mysteries and thrillers, because to me they're like a one-time read. And like shilling out $30 for a book you're going to read one time is not, a financially wise choice. So I haven't found the second one yet, but I do collect his other works because he's amazing. He's a great writer. I love him. Thomas King, I picked up Sufferance, and this seems really cool. So Jeremiah Camp sees deep patterns in human behavior that he can use to predict the future, and he's looked one too many times. So he like runs away. I think he goes to an abandoned residential school. And then his former employees want him to make one more prediction. So it's like, I really like that cover too. Look at this one on the back. Like, that is a really cool design. I really, pick up anything by Thomas King, honestly. His fiction, his nonfiction, he's such a great writer. I like him. Yeah, so that's it. Those are, I don't bother counting them. Those are the books that I've bought recently from the thrift store. A lot more to add to my already full shelves, as you can see behind me. But that's it. Let me know what's the latest book you bought, and thank you for watching.